Hello everyone, welcome to the stream for tonight the Tunisian Grand Prix on ACF1. My name is Thierry Begrave. I will be today broadcaster because Ethan had to go away. So hello everyone, I'm new as you may have guessed. So yeah, I'm just waiting for Van. He will come. I hope he come. Now I'm kind of stressed a bit, if you know what I mean. So yeah, tonight we will have the Tunisian Grand Prix with the season 2 of ACF1. Some cars on the track right now, but let's focus right now on the standings, if you wish. So, as of right now, the standings after the incredible win of Ivanov, right now Breaking Point is the main leaders of the Constructors' Championship. And same for Ivanov, he's now on the Driver Championship and he's at the top. Right under him there is Almi. He's quite close. Like if he win and Ivanov get in the top 3, I think he's going to take the lead. So let's hope there will be some nice battle between each other. For the Drivers' Championship, then we have Jones, 38 points. He's kind of down, but I'm sure he will be able to get up during the race. Let's hope he does. Yeah, that was the top 3 of the Drivers' standings. For the Constructor standings, Breaking Point at the lead right now, thanks to Ivanov, 52 points out of the 55. He's really carrying the team right now. Next there is Motorsport. I forgot her name. Yeah, it's 2012 Motorsports. With 50 points, only 5 points away from Breaking Point. Oh, and there is Van with us, but he's mute right now. So yeah. Next is Akili Racing. 43 points, 7 points away from P2 in the standings. And yeah, that was the big lines. Of course, next there is Bejawi Racing, Power of Nita Hyundai, then there's the name. I'm starting again. Mila Mage Motorsport, I hope it's pronounced like that. Then Force Tunisia with Fulve Phoenix, incredibly fast. Next, Racetech Esports. Next to them, Europroton. Then Lamborghini Tech, and at the top 10, Minty Fresh.
Well, thank you for that so very much, Theo. And yeah, so today we're looking very much forward to the practice session starting in a little bit, which has already started. The drivers are already out on circuit. Yep, and the drivers are doing some hot laps right now, I'm assuming. Getting the practice with the brand new circuit here in Tunisia.
Let me show them.
Which is very interesting indeed. Sure.
Of course. Oh, no, it's good. So out of right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars on the track. So we have Phoenix on the track, Brady on the track, Milanov, who just locked up, and I think someone just went out on the track too. Fortunately it's not showing up yet on the... Whoa! Milanov went flying on that one. Did he hit the barrier? Yeah, I think he hit the barrier going out of turn 1, the last turn too fast and spin directly into the barrier.
That looked like a scary one, to be fair, but anyway, we are here on board with Fulvio Phoenix, who seems to be going through the
chicane.
Yep.
now he's going to the last few corners. Ooh, looking up. He doesn't lose too much time on this one. Or maybe it was just an outlap. Or maybe not. And yes,
right now.
he's managing to almost take 2/10 of his previous time. Really good. Really good. But let's see all the guys. So like Brady who is really fast too. Phoenix went back into the pit. So yes, we still have 5 cars out on the track right now. Only 2 that we can see, Brady and Milanov. Let's hope Milanov don't hit the barrier again. I think he's going for a hot lap now. There's someone behind him too. Turn 1. Ooh, he lost the control of the car and went out into the barrier, spinning back into the track. That was a big crash from Milanov. Let's hope he doesn't make the same mistake during qualifying and the race. Yeah, now he's getting to this section where you can go flat out, but I think it's better to like lift off a bit here because this is like a small bump when you take the inside that will make your car very unstable when you take it. So you really have to be careful.
So I've been mute for the last 5 minutes. The technical crew have, have given me a very crappy mic over here in the commentary box, unfortunately.
Oh, why? They wanted to cut some cost?
I guess so. I mean, but I guess our broadcasters here aren't kind enough to give us headset wear for us to commentate on. But anyway, we're here with Orhan Bradley, who's making his debut today in the Formula Formula 1 series here tonight with a Minty Fresh Racing, which I'm not sure which. I think he might be replacing Martin Hell for tonight's event, but I could be wrong on that, so you have to excuse me. But anyway, he's going through the section just fine right there. Down here is the one of the 2 start finish straights as heads towards the hairpin here, which is a little long swooping corner here, and you just want to get the exit absolutely beautiful, which he does absolutely right now as he heads towards this cambered section, which is absolutely flat out in this car, I mentioned, and it's absolutely lovely when you take it as we go through the simracers.de on the side here through this absolutely flat right corner, and you just break downhill at 100 meters. Collect both curbs right here, absolutely wonderful job. Get back on the loud pedal, now you're accelerating down to another DRS zone here, and now here is another scary corners here. Fairly flat, don't worry about your exit too much as long as you don't run wide. Now 100 meter board now into this tricky double chicane which opens up on the exit. You want to get absolutely right, and then heading into the final penultimate corner now. And now this is the final corner of the King, and that's a lap around the Tunisia Grand Prix circuit.
Yeah, thanks for the commentary then. So as we are talking, a lot more cars are coming out of the pits. think we have like say 8 cars. That's
Somewhere around there.
incredible as we see someone looking up in front of Ronnie. So yeah, what are your bets on tonight? Who's going to take pole and who's going to win the race?
Sadly, some of you won't be racing tonight, so I can't say some of you. I mean, the problem with Jason is that he's quick, but he doesn't seem to be able to keep it during the race. His qualifying pace into race pace, so it's a little bit tricky to figure out. But if I would have guessed, I think Jason will grab pole position, and I could potentially see Timo or Phoenix getting the victory here tonight.
Okay. I wonder because from what I saw yet, Milanov crashed a lot. Like all of his fast lap resulted in him in the barrier and spinning at the moment.
Maybe the track is fully rubbered in as a currently. That's why he is not performing to the best of his abilities. He really does shine in qualifying though. When he gets to that final, like he is very good at that last lap, just fully send it, which he's really good at, and that's what I think gets him the edge over certain other certain drivers for sure.
Yeah, because as we saw in the closed, I think you saw the closed practice, he was really fast. He could really fight for P1, I think, for the race if he managed to stay close and get away from the dirt here.
Yeah, I fully agree, but he just needs to keep it on the grey stuff here, and I mean, oh!
Ooh, he went wide there. He literally cut this corner.
The stewards won't be happy with that one.
I think, yeah, his lap time will be deleted, so that's why he's slowing down.
The stewards will definitely not be happy about that one, especially there was another car in sight.
Yep, maybe a warning.
I think that's a 100k euro fine, to be fair, for Jason, as the team is gonna go kaput. Anyway, Sarah here. It's her second race in the second course of Formula 1. Last round, unfortunately, she couldn't deliver to the stands that we were expecting, but now she goes 5th fastest on the server here and sets a 1:30 something, which we couldn't quite see. But here is her beautiful 2012 Motorsport Racing team, which just debuted last round at Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, and she's doing a very fine job here at the Tunisian Grand Prix so far.
I love this section of corners. It's really satisfying when you take it flat out and turn the wheel right at the right moment and manage to not make the car spin. It's really
for sure, but the tires are screaming for help in that section.
I could feel because after like 3 laps, and every time I took this corner, 3 laps and the tire was like dead. Couldn't really use them anymore.
So maybe the drivers will qualify on the harder rubber here tonight. Just pretend the tires from overheating too much. I could potentially see that strategy being applied here tonight because you want to get your tire pressures right, but at the same time you don't want to sacrifice tire temperature for that temperature for tire pressures in some scenarios. So we've seen Phoenix is no stranger to qualifying on harder rubber. When we used to race back in the day in Formula 3, I remember in one race he qualified on the hard just because the mediums or the softs were overheating during the course of a lap. So you have to keep that in mind, of course.
Now we're on board as the actual Season 1 champion, if I remember well. And
indeed.
Let's hope that he managed to make a glorious race and maybe go fight back for the championship.
I think Timo will be. I think Timo, the standard current that we've got in the second season of the league, talking about drivers like Kuvia, Phoenix, Samu Ivanov, who actually won't be here tonight as he is away on holiday. But he will be back from next weekend onwards.
Oh, Timo!
Holy! That's a big one right there.
He really, he destroyed his wings, he destroyed his car, he had to go back to the pit. So, it really shows how tricky this track is. Like, you don't really see unless you drive it, but when you exit the corner with the car really wants to slide. You really have to be careful with the throttle, or the car is just going to snap on you and you're going to end up in the wall.
Yeah, for sure. You have to be very mindful of that, being very careful on the loud pedal. But your Phoenix seems to be very, no, very good at keeping it on the loud pedal out of the corners, as he does an absolute stellar job right now. Ooh, look at that! That has to be my favorite corner, I think. The exit of the hairpin, just fully fly. You have to commit. There's no other option. Actually, no, this is the second downhill braking. That corner is my favorite. I think.
Yeah. Before the chicane, I can understand. I kind of despise this corner. Like, I don't really like the corner where you have to brake while in the corner. Like, for example, Bahrain turn 10. I really despise it. As we see Phoenix
that's a big lockout.
locking up and spinning the wheel, I think.
He didn't go over, he didn't use the right pit lane, so we're gonna hear stay in, stay out calls any minute now. As we here with Max Knopf for the as I get my spotter guide out. Let's see.
Don't worry, I will put the spotter for you.
Spotter guide is telling me that the race for the race tech esports team. And they seem to be doing a stellar job also here tonight.
Yes, he seemed to not the best pace, but he seemed to still have a strong pace, enough to go fight for the midfield, as he's lifting off for the 3 last corners. Maybe he's going to conserve tires and conserve fuel for the last lap. Not for the last lap, for the push lap.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep, he definitely was. Let's see how he did his lap. It's sometimes good to look at those who don't have a good machinery but still have to work with it, or don't know to drive it and still manage to do it. Because we always talk about those who are on the top, but we never talk about those who are at the bottom.
I mean, to be fair, they're using the same chassis, same engine, same front wing, same rear wing, same suspension, same underfloor.
I understand, this is why I said also the driver who cannot really adapt to them.
I mean, you have to remember these cars are very, very difficult on the loud pedal out of corner. Like, we're talking very, very difficult for sure.
Ooh, what he's... See what I told you? You have to be really careful at the exit of the corner or you end up like this. This car just spinning away, and next thing you know, you look to your left and there is a barrier waiting for you. So, we have to be careful. Let's go on board with another team. Get my spotter, but I think this one... Wait.
But for the stream, Ryan out there had to mute up because he's ordering so you love to see it. He will be eating during the race.
I know, so I'm back out.
Very big professionalism from Theo. I mean, we speak about professionalism. I wish I could have talked to start the stream, but unfortunately, ooh, that's a spin on. That's rear locking right there. Those were the rear tires locking.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I was saying, the sound crew here didn't give me a working headset for the first 20 minutes of the stream. So, yeah.
Yeah, also, why did I have to start without you then? You were late.
I thought you made the headset! The
Yes.
sound guy's gonna get it through. And they had to start the broadcast in an emergency.
You could have asked me.
No.
I would have provided to you.
You could have asked, but I would have felt bad sharing microphones, and also with, with the corona and such, we don't want to share things, so do you? So, as we go from my favorite corner here, the corkscrew with chicane, we will call it.
The chicane were always locked up or went wide.
I love that corner, though. So challenging for the driver.
No offense, no offense. It's a good corner, but still.
Sorry, here is. Actually, I'm gonna race lap over the stream. Oh, that's too much oversteer! That's too loud. That was being too loud on the loud pedal, and the car is around.
This is why the
Sarah
first thing
won't be
I
happy
did,
about that one.
the first thing I did with this car in terms of setup was getting away all this oversteer that the car have. Like when you downshift, when you upshift, or when you press on the throttle, really the car want to slide. Like it's tuning cars in Japan during the years 2003, kind of this type of car, sliding around. So first thing I did was killing that, then was putting more grip and putting away grip. So on the straight line I was fast, but in the corners I was fast too. That really helped a lot.
Yeah, for sure. That's what your Phoenix is. Breaking into the corner and logging up severely. That tire is damage for sure.
A lot of lockups if you watch. Everyone at least locked up to once.
I don't think the drivers. I don't think the team crew have discovered they can change brake bias to avoid locking up. Seems like.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about how the teams are able to move their front wings to gain adjustable downforce to corners, but they don't know how to work with brake bias. Seems like out there, or the drivers are really struggling. Which I can't blame them because this track has so many swooping corners that you have to kind of brake under while you're still turning in.
You have to be really careful about your grip, on how much grip you use for the turning, for the braking, for the acceleration. You really have to not overcome the little tires.
Yeah, because the drivers are using, of course, trap braking, most of them. Oh, that's very slidey. That's too
Almost
slidey.
not. And stopped on this track. Hopefully there was no car, but...
And the aliens abducting me to the pits, our favorite aliens. As Orhan Brady goes third. He's still third actually on our lap allegedly. And he's doing a stellar job for his debut in P3, beating another debutant from last race in Sarah. So they are doing very, very good.
That comes to me to another question. Antoine should be here. Where is he?
As the team principal of BPR, I have absolutely no answer for that one.
Maybe you should, go and knock on his door and tell him, hey, we have a race. If the sound of the V8 didn't wake them up yet.
We might be having issues, like in the car itself, and that's why we're not going out on circuit just yet. They've discovered a leak under the car. There was some fluid which the car disclosed, so the teams can get an advantage.
Okay.
So they might not get as much practice time as possible.
It's a lot of cars, all in the top 10, so everyone will have points except if they DNF, but I think...
Frustration is going to be a big factor. The drivers spin once or twice and they just retire the car, while the car can still theoretically run, so...
Yeah, it's not because you crashed 2 times in an endurance event that you should, quit. So if that hurt you then, but this is the truth.
Wait, why are you addressing me? It's just... Why are you addressing me? I mean... Like I told you, I don't think, into an endurance race, of course, you can always pass it on to another driver.
Sarah
Goes,
He
Sarah
went.
puts in a very respectable lap time there.
She went really fast. She gained like 3 or 4 tenths.
I wonder what compounds she was using though.
I think she was using soft for this type of performance. I think they're all using race fuel to train on the car how they are going to drive it. They have to be really careful on how they do the strategy because they have to use both compound. So either they use the soft as a start and they have to be more careful but also more aggressive to actually make use of the soft compound, or they use the medium and go longer and be more in a defensive state than if they was on the soft.
Yeah, you're absolutely spot on, I think.
Can't wait to see. Can't wait to see who is going to come out on top at the end. Always surprising
Yeah.
to see. Other than that, when are you going to drive again soon? If you're going to drive again.
Now I'm sitting firmly in my rowers lead committee here for the course of stream. And I'm not looking to get back in the car very soon, even though I've got one race victory under my hands and one podium. I'm not looking to race.
Because I know you're someone that is really good at racing. Like, with a controller, you are managing to somehow get my pace on most of the simulator.
I mean, that's what happens when the team are like, hey, let's not put an actual driver in there, let's put a dummy. we'll let you race in the pit box with your controller wirelessly, and that actually does seem to work for sure. But yeah, on the real side, I had this opportunity to become lead commentator. I had one of my best friends interested in joining, which will be some of you who's currently the championship, and on the team principle you have to take the decisions and say, hey, I'm not good enough for this, and just take the reins, and that's what I did. Like, yeah, some of you when he's doing a stellar job as the
What happened there? Was there like a Frenchman in the middle of the track? I was looking away when this happened.
The minty French car spawned in the middle of that section there.
That's why you have to be really careful about your car, because this is racing. This is not like hot lapping. You have people around. So even when you spin, you have to think how will either you catch the spin or make it that you are going to spin in a safe manner. Even if it's not controllable, you have to think like how much I must press, how steering I must put, how throttle I must put, or stuff like that. As Phoenix improved his time while we were looking away.
I
think he went faster by 7 cents at the first sector. Hope he improved at the second sector. Oh, I can't talk straight right now. That's what happened when you're French. Remember, kids, don't be French.
Take a sip of water there, and we're rolling here in this beautiful race circuit in Tunisia, which has been was just recently built.
And
it was actually, funnily enough, it was actually still in the testing phase when this Grand Prix got accepted. So it's great that the Tunisian government allowed for the track to be given some more funding. And as a result, we have a Formula 1 Grand Prix around the circuit of Tunisia, which will be a permanent fixture of the circuit for a very, very long time. I hope that we get to try out different layouts though, because
I see a second pit lane. Maybe they could like use this pit lane. Could be
Yeah,
interesting.
maybe they could use the second star finish, right? And maybe do a little bit of a shorter course compared to this big one that they're doing currently. But that's just the future, isn't it? Maybe they could take that white corner there and get rid of the chicane entirely. Who knows?
Yeah, but racing, because I think there could be some overtaking opportunity.
I think he's just asking for you to go on the inside into that chicane just to get to punt the person on the outside, because
Hey, we are not at Miami. We are not at Miami. So there is space to move.
If there's space, there is some, but probably not enough, let's be honest.
I'm sure it is enough, as Jensen... Oh no, he was just stepping away. I was going to say that he really used the track limit like he wants.
As he is taken away by the aliens and Phoenix. No, actually, out of Brady 300s or 3000s of for you Phoenix.
Ooh, was he?
And he spins as a celebration.
Yeah, he's doing like a good old Mazepin. Back markers.
There's Casper Nurmet in, I believe, which car would that be?
It's Dummy Racing.
Yep, it's a Dummy Racing thing.
Number 77.
Yep, the Valtteri Bottas number, so you already know that he's getting second driver at the team. And,
he's no more second driver now. He's.
That's a spin. As Sarah might have retired the team of 2012 most, but Car might have retired Sarah. We need to see.
Maybe Sarah had some problem with the car, maybe engine leak or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. We have to see on that front though. We got WLKD here on the circuit.
I think we have information from your team then that they couldn't fix the problem during the practice, but they may fix it before qualifying. Whoa! He went straight on into the barrier. Hopefully that it's incredible. He managed to get away from this crash. Like, he went straight on into the barrier. Like,
that's 260 km plus into the barrier. Right?
We will have to watch after the race. That's what. Like, hopefully it was like the Armco barriers, like they sponge like a sponge. But if it wasn't, if it was like concrete, he would be dead right now. And this is not what we want to see in Formula 1. We want the safest driving possible.
Yeah, of course we know in real life the story of Antoine Hubert who got hit by off the circuit.
As Felix right now is 2/10 faster in his first sector.
Indeed, and he is trying to do some quali runs before we head into qualifying. It's 7 minutes time.
Really fast, good pace. Phoenix, I think, is going to, after this race, start to be in the title fight. He's really fast, he's really good, he's really everything.
But people have been asking, is the race, is the race taking the Tunisia team good enough to win the home Grand Prix? And I'm certainly having some doubts that I feel like something is about to go wrong, which I personally feel like, but we will see.
Hope he doesn't get pumped at turn 1. I'm not driving, so he shouldn't get pumped. You know?
It doesn't matter who's driving the car. It's just one like brake 2 meters too late, and you're on the side of somebody. And that's just racing. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. As he slows down, and he's preparing for the stewards. The marshals take him into the pit box, and I think he's ready to teleport at least one pit box. Or not teleported. The marshal teleported into his pit box, and Jason is. Pulling away again as he finishes another quali run. But there we go. Seems like the car of Sarah has been repaired and she's back at least in the car as of right now.
Let's see if the car runs straight at least.
And we got Timo Natanio here. Cross start finish line and it's not gonna be an improvement.
Maybe he was just preparing for another hot lap.
The reigning world champion. I don't think he will last it. I think he's gonna get overruled by people like some of you who last race they won it in some of you won it in some incredible social sales for sure. So
Flat out reception. Really good job. Really impressive. Because, like I said, there's a small bump at the third corner of the small section. So if you hit it and you have an unstable setup, the car is just going to spin around. So you have to be really careful or lift up the car.
sure. And the drivers have to be very, very mindful of that for sure. And this goes under braking here. Let's see if he takes it very well. Give the double chicane absolutely very good.
No, unfortunately he spin and hit the barrier.
He did a Grosjean. Roman Grosjean. And
Why?
right it out.
Why it goes to Grosjean immediately?
I don't know. That was the first job that came to mind, to be honest. And here goes Odrum Brady on a out lap repairing. With 4 minutes left to go in practice to start in a qualifying lap. Sponsored by Aider and Twitch at the rear there. Hopefully he can twitch on and put on a respectable lap time for his native fresh team, which could potentially put them on the front row here tonight.
That's other spin really show how much the drivers are putting effort to time those bits. Those cars.
You have to remember the double diffuser is very tricky to get accustomed to. These cars have on the rear there you can see the double diffuser right there.
And I think that's why it creates even more danger, because like when the car has no more downforce, like if they break the diffuser or anything during the race, the car lost a lot of grip, so they're just going to spin again and again and again, because those cars, they're really light and have a lot of powers. I can't remember the numbers, but it's around 800 breakers power. So
yeah,
really hard to control with just 2 rear tires to put all the strength of the engine.
and these cars still do 0 to 100 in, they still 0 to 100 in under 3 seconds. I would assume the same time as a pit stop will roughly take
Too
in
fast.
Formula 1.
Too fast. Like they are so fast that they can't grip to the floor when they start to go fast. Like at the start, when
Yep.
there is a standing start, a lot of time you see wheel spin, because those cars are that. They are not meant to be driven from zero. They are meant to already have inertia and just drive continuously. They're not meant to stop. They're meant to race.
Yep, for sure. We have 2 minutes left of this practice session here, and the drivers are probably preparing for their last lap of practice before they head into qualifying. And
How fast is
Jason is very off the pace, which is quite concerning as he is a championship rival.
I'm sorry, then I have to come back in a few time. I'm doing something.
There we go. He's going to collect his takeaway, and now he's left me with you guys. Yeah, you know what? Let's chat. Let's have a chat. How are we today? Sorry that I haven't been as energetic as I usually am with this broadcast. It's just practice, so I'm not trying. This time I'm actually trying to preserve my voice for the actual qualifying and race session. But I hope you guys are doing all right. You've got some nice popcorn with you, and you're watching this broadcast done by my girlfriend Theo, as Ethan is actually at the real Belgian Grand Prix right now, and he's heading there for tomorrow and today, for tomorrow and on Sunday. So he'll get some nice shots for us for the future of what has to come in of these few cars. And yeah, but it's lovely to be here tonight as I'm able to broadcast again. And every time I do commentary, it makes me happy, and I hope it gives you guys happiness as well from the bottom of my heart. And yeah, hope you guys are right in the chat as well to all of the 8 people who are listening. I just want to give a shout out to.
Oh, right when I come back, there is action. Jason spinning into the wall.
Yep, indeed, he is up into the far yard. And yeah.
Unfortunately, Cadillac won't have time to do another hot lap.
Might finish the pits, but no, he doesn't. And he finished off the session in P6, 3 seconds off the pace until the Phoenix.
Whoa!
As he spins out in the
I think he
in the
went for the
overdrive
spin.
Honda team.
I think he wanted to spin. Like, you see the ironical movement. This is not safe. It's not because it's over for you that it's over for other. Yes, it's kind of ironic that I speak about safety on the racetrack. Oh yeah. Now some cars. Ooh. I think Phoenix is just wanting to show off. Every car, so now we're crossing the finish line and we go to the qualifying.
Ooh.
It's getting straight
the
onto the
barrier.
bar.
In the barrier. Stigma is the last person I think are in a lap. Let's see how well he does.
I think they didn't get the memo that the session was over. They shouldn't drive away like that. Especially if it's to hit the barrier.
The barrier makes his return. And we should soon see the session is already over, but it is not officially over. There it is, it's officially over now. Right, let's do it as we head into qualifying in 5 minutes time.
So, during the meantime, let's talk about the spotter. For those who didn't watch it or don't know anything about the cars that are showing. So
You
then,
should probably include that PNG somewhere. Actually, no, join the Discord to get access to the same
yeah,
link below.
for
Should
those
be.
for those who don't have time or don't have Discord, he's a spotter. So please then explain it to us, as you're the great commentator from here.
Well, it's really simple, really, for us commentators. It makes our life a lot. And as you can see, we have a side profile of the car, and along with the two drivers that are driving alongside, and it's very easy for us to spot which car to switch when we are on circuit, and we can quickly point out to the leaderboard which driver is actually driving that car. Yeah, it's lovely that we have so many colors on the grid here. You can see I've got yellow, blue and white, blue and cyan, blue, yellow, red, the McLaren grey, the John Player special with the 2012 Motorsport Breaking Point Racing, the best car on the grid by Country Mayo, Lamborghini Technologies.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just very good for us also that the cars are so colorful that we can recognize circuit, sure. And that's how this podcast works. You give them to people to figure out which car to switch on the race circuit.
Yeah, you can look at it all you want. It's going to stay for I think 1 minute or more for those who never saw it. And we're going to go back to the standings and we'll let Van talk a bit.
No, that's not okay. Just look at the start.
Yeah, but remember, 5 minutes of waiting time. We have to sort it out.
Yep. I'm sure the drivers want to get out of there circuit as soon as possible, but can't because
Those
session
are the
starts in
rules.
2 minutes time.
Those are the rules, kiddo. Let's talk about the standings, so then, because I talked about the standings, but we didn't hear what you wanted to say, if you wanted to say something.
If we walk in, I'd say except the best driver on the grid is in the lead of the championship, and the best team is in the lead of the constructors. That's all I can add.
Yes, but
Now, but alongside, I think we might see a new championship leader tonight. We're yet to determine that, but we're gonna be here tonight to have a new championship leader or not.
what really amazed me the most is Ivanov's incredible performance. Like, except for Alme, that is literally carrying the entire team, Ivanov is also carrying the team. Like, what is Antoine doing? That's really what I wondered for at some point, because 3 points out of the 55 points that the team scored, Antoine only did 3.
He scored points, unlike you.
Yeah,
He scored 3 more points than you ever have. So I wouldn't give him too much.
I
rubbish
am
about
faster than him as a commentator, as of right now. I am sorry,
it.
Van.
As of right now.
As of right now, I am more qualified to drive in BPR. But, as of right now, maybe qualifying, he will go faster than me. Who knows?
I would keep your mouth shut, to be honest. I won't challenge you.
You won't challenge me because you know you will lost. You're just a Bulgarian.
Well, how long we got till the session starts, actually? That's a good question.
It is starting
4 seconds
in
left.
less than a minute.
As I'm gonna look away to drink some water.
Okay. So, I think tonight is going to be a battle between Phoenix and Brady. Two really fast drivers have almost the same pace. Maybe Sawa could come and shakes a bit everything. But until now, it's going to be a one-way around battle, I think. As the session starts, so let's head right into it. Everyone is getting out. Phoenix is the first one to go out. Surprising. It's almost pinned. Yeah, he's spinning a lot of score for the outlap. See what the other drivers have to show. This one seems to be Jason, followed by Antoine, as they both go into Tokyo Drift into those corners. You have to clear them. This is not a drifting contest. Oh, holy shit. They really drive like God. Really good driving from them. Like, they managed to spin into those corners at ease. That's not something that we usually see. Let's go on Phoenix for the first lap of the race, the qualifying.
Yep, he'll be the first. He will be giving the drivers the rundown of what's about to go down here in this qualifying session for sure. And yeah.
You should have been here when the Antoine and Jason did some incredible drift at the corner that I like.
Nice. I'm glad.
Let's see for what kind of car did you with your commentating, if you don't mind.
Yeah, hold up. The Tunisia Grand Prix. Now we're getting to turn 100 meter board, second, third gear on the exit, show shift and get as much pressure as possible. The driver gets away absolutely brilliantly right here. Now you want to stick all the way to the gear and over the hill, slightly go over left as you should open DRS right here, but DRS into the country break. Beat the ball now again. Another corner. I like below like the one. Gonna go left into the right. Keep it right. Now I want to turn it to the left. So I should get absolutely flat. Now I want to grab on as much bike as much possible. And here we go. Now you head towards the edge, which is absolutely flat as well. You just want to pinch your foot in as we head towards the start finish straight for the show layout. As he breaks on the 100-meter board now. This corner again, second gear, third gear on the exit, pretty much a copy of turn 1. And he does absolutely splendid as he takes away some very good corners right now into mounting the curve as much as possible. That corner absolutely flat out, nice corner, absolutely flat out, no hesitation, no control on ease for this section. Now here's the trickiest corner in my opinion of the circuit. You're breaking down here as soon as you spot the 100-meter board, you break into the chicane, and it's very difficult on the driver's next to get about 5G through there. As he now goes towards another DRS zone here for this uphill right-hander. It's absolutely brine over the crest, and very mindful of that. As I go to the 100-meter board now into the last 3 corners of the circuit. As he gets through this little corner, hops on the curb now to the final corner. He kisses that apex. Ooh, a little bit of understeer maybe, and let's get a back exit for the final corner now of the Grand Prix Tunisia circuit.
As he did 1:31, this is going to be hard to beat.
We might see 1 and 2 drivers beating it tonight, but we yet to determine that.
Jason going back to the pits. Maybe had some problem.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh, Antoine, as we see, did a 1:36 and spinned away. So at the moment, only 3 people managed to put a valid lap.
Yeah, I mean the first run is trial and error really. You're trying to figure out the conditions of the track in qualifying.
I have to come back when I'm coming back soon.
And as he leaves his pit box, as he grabs his takeaway for the second time, as he ordered 2 takeaways. That's a big lockup right there, but I think Max will finish his lap regardless, as long as doesn't do any more mistakes out there on circuit. Goes towards the S section here, which is very satisfying when you get it right, but when you get it wrong, it's absolutely massacre. As you're probably off to the barriers now into start finish 2, turn 1. These are absolutely beautifully, but again with another lockup though, so you have to be very mindful on the starts right now. So they're probably overheating really front. Seems to be he seems to be a very safe job. So if he stays over to the right, he doesn't use all of the extra space there, so he might lose some time into the downhill braking here, as he might going over to the grass there, and he takes a lot of curving through there. Not sure if that unsettles the car too much or not, but it's being a stellar job as of right now as you get through this camera shot of which looks very cool. I wish I could hear the sounds of the cars, but I can't due to this headset. But he seems to be a stellar job so far. He gets towards the final 3 corners. This is the penultimate corner. He's now into the final corner here, the little kink, and he exits the corner. And let's see what a lap time that would be. And that would be P6, I think still. Not an improvement at all. Yep.
Sorry, I'm buggling. I thought my mail was...
Yeah, because we have 40 minutes left of qualifying. And the drivers are going out there to try and qualify as best as possible out there, for sure. The driver is going through my favorite corner, and I wish that corner I wish that chicane was removed and we went to the wider layout right there. Just don't go to the chicane, we go a little bit more onto the exit and downhill. That would be my perfect layout of the circuit. But
do you think that would improve racing in any way? Like maybe more opportunity?
For the drivers, would definitely feel like more of a challenge. I'll tell you what.
Because the chicken is already a big challenge for the drivers.
Yeah, the chicken is very good.
The chicken?
Yeah, as Antoine does a little spin.
And
Quick spin.
block. I think he blocked Sarah.
Sarah, yeah, in the Twilight of Motorsport team, the lead for racing driver.
And you're telling me Antoine is better than me.
Oh, Theo, just I know you try. I don't understand why you're going down on your knees to try and get it.
Look,
Like-
I'm Daniel Ricard. Yeah, I'm Daniel Ricard right now. I have no seat and I want one.
Well, it ain't easy as that. Pay up. Anyway,
He's going to put me in a
Antoine.
car. Please help me.
Antoine is doing a stellar job as of right now, and yeah, Chris is doing a stellar job so far. As his only car here represented on from the Breakable Racing team here tonight, and he's just doing a stellar job as of right now.
He went a bit wide here. He almost lost control, but still managed to keep the car. A really impressive job. Often when the car starts to spin, you have nothing to do. Like the car is spinning, just let it spin and you get it back.
If you feel like the car is spinning, you should just insert the brakes, and it will most likely centralize the car a little bit.
Even with the brakes, the car just when it wants to slide, it's sliding, and baby, when starting sliding, it's like a baby. You don't stop it. Went wide at the last turn. Maybe can improve. And yes, that's an improvement. He gained the second on
He
his
puts it in P8.
P9, but I think he still have time to improve. Antoine still have a lot of time to improve. And I think he's already going back onto the track, but let's not focus on BPR.
Now, I'm not focused on BPR because that's my team.
Sorry then, but other teams have to have their own show too.
Yeah, I guess so.
Remember, I want to get into your team, and yet I'm not doing it.
If you bring it up one more time, I'm gonna leave.
Okay, sorry then.
I can tell you as a team principle of Breaky Pro Racing, you shouldn't discuss, as a rule of thumb, if you're being a professional racing driver, you should never discuss which team you want to race for during commentary. Theo, let's settle it down after this fucking horrible language after this session. Yeah, let's talk about Sarah. Second race in this in the Sarah Cold Formula 1 Championship, and she seems to be doing a stellar job as of right now. Beat P4. Let's see, she is up to P3 of the lap. I mean, I certainly can't really tell too much because of the TV broadcast quality. We gotta get the commentary box. Actually, so no cars currently.
Sarah's a really good driver. I knew she was.
Oh, that's why the derby track limits. Yep, as she goes over.
Yeah. Really using a lot of curb for these corners. Really a lot.
Yeah, definitely a lot of garbage, but it seems to be working for Osborne Brady for sure. Yes, he is going through this section of corners. And, in P2 from the Mint Fresh Racing team, who desperately need another good driver. He pulls over to let the driver pass a little bit on the fake sand. It's not real sand, it's fake sand.
He's a good driver. He's letting everyone pass. You're a good man.
He isn't being a selfish driver at all. There's about 8 minutes of qualifying left, from what I could tell from the 3 pixels on screen, provided by the Tunisian network here.
and he's going to go for a hot lap. Maybe he will manage to get P1 pole position.
Maybe.
So let's hope he does. Maybe he can get slipstream from the car in front.
Maybe.
Jason let him pass. When Antoine improved again with a 134. Fast into the corners. Always flat out.
The driver taking on the circuit is very, very challenging for sure. If it was me, especially that right-hander into braking, but like the G's you must get for that corner was ridiculous.
Imagine you have all the downforce, the mechanical grip, everything just coming all at once to the chicane, and since you have to go fast with the chicane, the fastest you can, you get even more G. Oh! Right, he managed to take P1 with a fifth, no, with a 5/10 flat out.
Yeah, he did.
Incredible.
Indeed.
Let's see what else I can do. Maybe Sarah can improve and get Phoenix out.
Phoenix will definitely not be happy about that, that's for sure. Jason is still in last position. Not sure what's going on with
I
Jason.
think he can't manage to put a clean up yet. He gets like a lot of traffic and he have to. Ooh.
Oh.
Big snap. Big snap. I think like, you know, it's the type of thing when you're a driver, like you're racing and then you make a first mistake and the pressure go up and you keep doing mistake because the pressure is going up, so more pressure goes up and you do more and more mistakes. It's a common thing with racing driver, and something that you have to learn to control if you want to be good in the sport. And yes, Sarah managed to get P2 out of Phoenix. Phoenix, I think he's already out on track to try and beat both of them, but I don't think they will let themselves be beaten like that.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, it definitely seems to be an interesting qualifying session as of right now. He's nervous. I'm not sure if he's not nervous because I'm sure he can find out. Don't see why not he cannot grab it for the team. Race Tech Tunisia. Of course, Tunisia, sorry.
Yeah. So. What are you hope for next race? Next race is going to be at Spielberg, right?
Yeah, you can check the calendar and I'll tell you which race it is. And,
Antoine again improved 33.9.
And it will be at Austria, indeed, at Spielberg, on the Red Bull Ring. So it'll definitely be an interesting Grand Prix for sure.
Especially turn 2. It's turn 3, but let's call it turn 2. I think a lot of people will spin because you know the car is.
It's turn 3 if you're a nerd, it's turn 2 if you're a normal person.
Yeah, but I just wanted to make sure that everyone were on the same page as me. You know, there is a lot of nerds. So yeah, I think a lot of people will spin because, well, no, the car is like that. I really want to spin, so I think they will spin a lot. big spin, big maybe snap from Marco. He's trying to manage to get out of here. Jason, maybe he don't want to spend his life on P12. Ooh, Phoenix taking back pole position out of Brady. Really, really good lap. And Antoine again improve. An even better time from Jason, who's managing to get P4. Incredible, really. All the drivers are doing an incredible job right now at driving those cars. It's truly amazing. Really, how is he doing this? Those cars are real beast.
We have 50 seconds left to the session. The drivers, some of the top drivers are currently on our laps, except who has grabbed back his pole position, and definitely seems to be going very, very interesting as of right now.
Both out at the same time.
Yep, I hope the drivers don't hold each other up too much, because otherwise, yeah, it won't be too pretty. As Jason puts it,
I think he will
we'll try to get in the top 3 positions as of right now, and
I think he will be among the last one to cross the finish line.
With 5 seconds left to go, this is his one shot of redemption here after the early struggles in the session.
So yeah,
that's Cadillac Crafter.
that will
Did he cross in time? I think he did. I think he crossed in time.
Nope,
no,
he didn't.
He's had a massive brake failure right there.
Yeah. Coming back, I'm going to take something. Back.
Well, Steve is coming back now. I'm gonna give you a whole lap master. Out of here, going through the S section here. You just want to absolutely send the car in here. Absolutely full send, no left. Oh! Wide, and that's his whole lap masterclass over, and that's a very dramatic spin from Jason Milanov there, as he is absolutely screwed. And yep, we can't see any of the drivers right now out there on circuit, but from what we do know, I think that Oliver Brady is out there, or Orha Brady is out there on circuit. No, that's qualifying over. That's qualifying over. Here is your race order. As we have Kasper Nurmet in last position, 3.5 seconds of the pace in the Dame racing car. Antoine Robert, sorry, in P11 with a 2.4 second gap to the pole position of Fulvio Phoenix. Then Otran, whatever your name is, sorry, mate. Brady in P2 and Sarah in P3. So very, very interesting. Phoenix does keep his pole position streak. So it's gonna be very interesting to the race to see how it would go for sure. And so take a little bit of a rest. We have 4 minutes left before the session and waiting on Theo to come back. And yeah, it's definitely looking very, very interesting as of right now. As the drivers are congratulating each other on the qualifying 4 laps. which were a very good master class, very good display of master class from the drivers other in our qualifying sessions. We have a 26 lap main event here in the Tunisia Grand Prix. As 26 will roughly be around 30-minute race. We're gonna see at least, I think we might see a 2-stop. Some drivers might risk the 1-stop. Some drivers even might just go batshit crazy and go for the 3-stop, but we're gonna see. And yeah. It's tough. Let's talk to the chat again. How be Shadow? Tell me something interesting, chat. Tell me something interesting. What's in your mind, chat? Tell me. Who do you think, chat, will win tonight's Grand Prix here around the Tunisian Grand Prix? Who do you think is going to be the victor here tonight? I'm going to stick on my prediction of Fulvio Phoenix will win it. I don't think Cadillac Crafter is unfortunately up with the speed with the other drivers, but you never know, an accident could change the whole spectrum of the race. You know, we could see a 6-car pileup and just like that Cadillac Crafter lead. But we gotta say, as Cadillac Crafter of course make his debut here tonight in the Circles Formula Championship.
I'm back.
Finally be given the opportunity to race here tonight, and my fellow colleague is back.
Yes, I took what was mine. Quit. As we are waiting for the countdown to go back, to go down.
Yep. We have a minute and 20 seconds left.
Yep.
As the anticipation is starting to go for these drivers. It's heads, you know, to be clean at the start, you know.
Yeah.
To keep it clean, you know. It's definitely gonna be very, very interesting of the start for sure.
Especially, is the pole sitter is going to start on the inside or the outside?
I think it's inside. You can see it in the pattern there on the grid.
Let's see that.
That pole position will start on the inside, then outside. Of course, the tradition for the pole driver to sit on the inside of the racing line, which
Good
sometimes we see, as we have the excellent drone camera work here. And, let's see.
And I think it is.
Yep, it will be out inside in
It will
turn
be
one.
on the inside. So, better option for Phoenix to defend.
Yeah, but then again, it's still tough on. You can still go around the outside, for sure.
But if you go around the outside and you manage to stay on side by side with him, you will get the inside on the next corner. Yeah. They're all lining up track right
As we
now.
have a minute left, the drivers have locked in their queue and tire choices. We have 40 seconds left here before we get this Grand Prix underway. And it's definitely going to be very, very interesting to see who will come out on top here tonight. As the drivers are feeling tension now, they're feeling the nerves. They're readily vein flowing through their veins. They're absolutely trying to keep focused, but at the same time you're starting a Formula 1 machine which is capable of doing 0 to 100 in 3 seconds. As the red lights are gotta go on, they should be going on in a minute now, as we have the lights coming on now. 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 light, 6 light, It's going over, look, hold up from the first sector there, but they're on the way, surely, as there's already a spin in the background there, and you just created a constant effect between the drivers, and this has absolute crash fueled the race start, and Oldham Brady takes the lead here. This is absolutely incredible racing here. As the commentator car should teleport to the pits really quick, so we don't interfere with the drivers, but we can see we don't know what's going on else in the background there. This is absolutely terrific racing here. This is absolutely wonderful, unbelievable racing here in the background. I wish we could see more of the midfield. We don't really see the front view because I feel like much of the fighting is in the midfield. And this is absolutely stalking race start there. Actually, Sarah was involved in the race start instead, I'm pretty sure, along with Pep. We need to check back the interview as here comes Jason out up the inside of Cadillac Crafter, and he does some move absolutely wonderfully as Antoine Robert looks to go on the inside outside. With the Fernando Alonso Spire helmet here, as he's looking over to chasing was Cadillac Crafter in his third here, but he will get the slipstream now into probably one of the most dangerous corners of the circuit. Will he go for a move here? No, too far away as they got towards one of my favorite corner for the first time as Antoine runs a little bit wide in his return to get up towards the exit, but look at Jason Larafis again fighting with the race take eSport team, and this is very, very interesting as for Vinicius is first, but Max not as look at that switch back from the with Clegg. And this is very, very interesting. Scarlet Craft is chasing in behind, and that's the end of lap 1. And so Brady crossed the start finish line. Brady first, finish second, Romero third, Nathaniel fourth, Gnot fifth, Witasia 6, Milanov 7, Crafter 8, Robert 9, Wilke be 10. As Normet is in the pits, and Sarah Mukhelitova last for the lead for racing driver.
Oh yeah, she spun at the first corner.
As Timo is fighting with his teammate at Belushi Racing, and this is very, very gonna be very spicy. Are there gonna be team orders involved as there is very hot Prestec eSport car chasing from behind?
Going wide.
Who tracks this stance? Now we are warning from the stewards. Don't do that again, or you get a penalty from the stewards. As need to see how this race would, with another 24 laps to go here at the Tunisia Grand Prix.
I think he will pull a move soon enough. I go for the inside or anything.
Oh, he's closing in very, very much. In behind as he sends it down, tries to send it, nearly makes contact with the racing there, but manages to get away with it. As he's driving without a steering wheel, it's like.
How?
That's what I like to call driving with a controller in the pit box. That would definitely need to be investigated after the race. Anyway, with 3 corners left to go, 2 corners left to go. This is the second corner, and now the final corner here. Around this beautiful second. Jesus is already in. Jesus is already in the pits. I'm not sure if that's a plan stopped or not, but he's in the pits. I would assume suspension damage.
Or maybe he just had a drive-through. Maybe he just had a drive-through. You know, maybe he caused a crash.
It might have been a jump start. It's a jump start for Jason, and he's had to suffer a drive-through penalty.
Yeah, I didn't thought of that. Good job.
It's a drive-through penalty for a jump start for Jason, and he's gonna be absolutely serious. As he's lost 20 seconds, as Max not his track extending again. The stewards need to knock it down really, as he's attacking Max Romero, the teammate of the last year's champion Timo Nathaniel, as Max not is trying to prepare for a move here. Do you think he will go for it at my favorite corner, or we'll see earlier? Runs wide.
Big track extension right here. I think the sword is going to put some. They will stop with a warning, because you know everyone is like going wide.
At least Max Moss seems to be going wide. I'm not sure about the others, but he's at least got 3 track extension warnings. 4th one, and I assume it will be a slap dunk penalty for him.
Ruby is closing in with his with the guy in front.
Yeah, plus Antonio Bay chasing Cadillac Crafter Travis. I think a very much similar cab look here. We're seeing fighting each other. Of course, Antoine Robert in the points as of right now. We'll see how long that will last. The steam on the time is the first lap of the race. as Antoine is going through the first corners here around this Tunisian Grand Prix circuit. He seems to be doing a very, very good job as of right now.
Let's hope that he managed to bring the car home.
Yep, for sure. We need to see. Of course, to finish first. First, you have to finish. To finish with the points. First, you have to finish. Finish. You need to finish.
And finish.
Finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of consistent. From what I saw, he doesn't spin a lot. He doesn't crash a lot. Can put some real good times. He just need to be pushed for him to unlock his true potential. But he's a really good driver.
Yeah, I can tell as you're chewing for your Big Mac.
As there's already a DNF, unfortunately.
Casper, new entrant from the East Dame Racing team, has retired.
Whoa!
He knows the line! He ran him wide on purpose! That'll definitely be a 10-second time penalty as a angry to the race director here. That is an absolute obscure move that he tried to go for there. Cadillac Crafter. He should have let him have the space.
Say the line, Van. Say the line.
The race director, you've got an email. That's
Yes.
all I'll say on that matter.
You won't know. Oh! I think he spun. One of the front drivers spun.
Oh, Marco Vitege for the Racing Esport team, I believe.
I believe too.
Fun.
Not a common mistake to make, but can happen.
Yep, it definitely can happen.
And that is going to give an opportunity for Jason to come back into more points.
Yeah.
He's getting chased and he's really going
Jason,
for that
of
position.
course, Jason after that drive-through is looking forward to get through, is trying to get through the through as
And he managed to get through.
trying to go for the through as much as possible when he does splendidly.
The suicide bats. Whoa!
And they made contact! That will definitely be investigated after the race.
This is definitely going to make I don't know which one is going to be unhappy, but I think both are going to be like, hey, he should have been a more wide angle, and yeah, they're going to agree a lot, I think.
Yeah, that was very, very much interesting for sure.
But yeah, for you, who was at fault? For me, it will be Marco.
Well, yeah, I would agree with Marco as well. Just too eager, I think.
He missed the apex and he kind of went into Jason. They both pit. Sarah for her second pit, I think, and Marco for his first pit. Maybe he had damage. Maybe,
but you can never be too sure about that. Let's be honest.
What the fuck is doing the camera? Now they have like really strong zooms. They're trying to get across the entire track, you know. That's why you didn't have a headset. They brought all the budget on the new lenses.
Yeah.
But Timo is getting closer and closer. He really wants to overtake Phoenix, I think.
Yeah.
As Jason overtake Rob. I think Rob spun. Timo is in the pit.
I was so very looking for stops. I think it will be a 3-stopper here tonight.
I think too. Because you know the tires are really dead because of all those high speed corners. So
yeah,
they need to change the tires a lot. Especially if you start with the soft. If you started with the soft, you will be kind of forced to. Nathaniel got overtake. now they're getting into the back straight. He's into the slipstream. Maybe he's going to make a move. But no, not enough speed, not enough power to be able and make the move stick.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, definitely very, very interesting.
Really, I think that Max, except for his big lockup and going wide, as they go almost side by side, maybe trying to place
Oh! That was dirty driving. As he lifts off to let him through, which is fair enough, but that was dirty.
Yeah.
That's at least a 5-second time penalty, if not even.
We'll have to see what the steward think.
5 seconds is generous in my opinion. Wow.
As Crafter and Milanov are into the pit.
Yeah, they're in the pits and yeah.
Back to the action. We're trying to get closer and closer to the second approach.
Yeah.
Now into the slipstream as they both go wide. I think this one is going to be a penalty because he didn't try to go back to the track.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna see what the stewards think of it. As I think Jason might have fun, but I could be wrong.
No, Jason just went out of the pit. No nothing.
That's Maximoff is currently in P4, trying to chase down the drivers ahead. The top three is definitely looking interesting.
Yeah.
In the lead as well as Phoenix can't catch up to Oliver Brady.
You know, they're kind of as one of the top three got to the pit. So maybe Sarah can. Ooh, Antoine going wide. You have to be careful.
Yep.
They're really going fast. Like, I can catch up to that. They're really aliens. It's again going wide, but I think everyone is going wide again sometimes. Ruby to the pit. Right now there isn't much more battle going on the track. It's just Phoenix trying to catch up to Brady, or maybe they're going to fight against each other's strategy.
Yeah.
I hope it's a battle on the track and not on the strategy, because it's so much more interesting. Like, it's interesting to learn about everything. Ooh, Phoenix is going into the pit, so the pit stop for the first Tunisian driver. As Sarah, what happened to Sarah? She DNF'd.
It could be internet.
Maybe,
It could be internet.
maybe
And
like,
I assume it's internet.
yeah. But that would mean that she lost a lot of position. But now
Well,
that means another thing is that even if you finish last, you will have points.
yeah.
Timo, who picked early, have only 2 seconds away from Phoenix, so he's really good.
Yeah, he's doing an okay job so far, for sure.
Talking, fight happening. I think this is another takedown because he had the outside.
Yeah, they're fighting very intense to Max Romero and Timo Natani. Of course, Timo, I think, on newer time. Knopf, but the Restek Esport and the Belush Racing Team. A little bit.
Try another take. Nope, he doesn't. Because yeah, in this track there isn't a lot of overtake opportunity. There is on the back straight. On the main straight it's kind of side-to-side comparison because it's not out of a fast corner.
Yeah, for sure.
To see how the driver handled this, but I think they were just fine.
We're gonna see though.
A lot of things to watch in this race. Those who do the pit stop, those who
Yeah,
don't.
for sure. I mean, this city skylines is the back there. I'm not sure if you can see at least the start finish line from there, but hopefully they're enjoying the Grand Prix, as we are enjoying this Grand Prix as well. With 11 laps down, 26 overall laps need to complete it, 15 more laps to go. We're nearly at the halfway point, and the drivers right now are in the phase of settling into the race. Takes that will cause them positions, and yeah. As we got Max Knopf there in P5 chasing down Max Vermeer for that P4 position. They're still fighting each other very intensely.
So it's
Nor
Max
one-
against Max.
Nor one nor the other can pull away from each other. And seems like a very good scrap as of right now.
And I think they are both doing their maximum.
I agree with you. I think they're doing the maximum as well, but the drivers need to still, make sure they're, trying to stay close with each other, at least within slipstream range, because that's when you get to see all the overtakes here around the circuit for sure. So, yeah.
Let's hope he can get any closer now. For the
Yeah.
moment, Max is pulling away, so it's not a good thing for now.
Yeah, and definitely very interesting.
They keep fighting from like a few laps ago. A few laps ago they were
Yeah.
like for P3 and P4, but now they're for P4 and P5, so
Yeah,
a position is a position. Even when you're
yeah,
last.
for sure. Yeah, and definitely very interesting to see how this Grand Prix will develop with 14 laps left to go. As I can't wait to get to the middle part of the race to say my favorite line during these commentaries. But yeah, the drivers are going through the S section. Very lovely to take in a high downforce car. In a road car, probably not. But yeah, the drivers are still doing at least a stellar job right now as we head towards Phoenix Squeeze 2, trying to chase down Odd from Brady. He is unsuccessful as of right now.
Well, they have the same pace. They're really strong pace, but since they both are very cautious of themselves, they don't push the car too far to the point of spinning to try to catch the other or to try to pull away. So it's really the mind game of who's going to have the better strategy. Is Phoenix going to get away with it?
Yeah.
I think now he's on the medium because he pitted and not so long ago, and that means that he had tires that were dead, so maybe soft. Maybe he won't think people were on the soft.
Yeah. It would definitely be very interesting. Yeah, 2 seconds the gap is between the lead, P1 and P2, very close. We might have seen a mistake from Wettige in the back of there. Oh, that was him! That was him right there!
That was
He spun
Marco.
off. Yeah, that was Marco who spun off for the race team in last position.
something to be very aware about. Like, you need to really know your surrounding, and it's not an easy feat when you're this close to the ground. Like, you don't really see it over your tires and your nose. Other than that, it's just plain black. So you really have to be careful about everything that happen around you. The car
Yeah.
not much higher than you, and you know
Ooh,
it.
that's a lock up.
And I think that
And,
now Brad
yeah.
is just going to pull away from him.
As we're through the middle of the race, with half the race done, there's half the race to go, and there it is. My famous commentary liners. What is saying again? Like they just can't get closer to each other to race, which seems with the Polo Curly. They're matching their pace almost equally, which is kind of
That brings me a
very,
point.
very interesting.
Do you want DRS on the 29 cars?
Well, we're gonna see DRS next season with the 2013 F1 cars when we use those with spoiler alert. But yeah, I mean right now DRS I wouldn't want it. I prefer it because I think it ruins racing a little bit, but in situations like this and to catch up with the very drivers. I think the drivers there were getting close though. I was thinking Romain might have done a mistake because
Yeah, but that went really wide, so now he's in the
Yeah.
16. Maybe he can catch up and overtake him.
He's gonna go for it. No, he's not close enough to go for it, but he's forced Romain to go really tight on the inside, and he has FedEx now. Not with a chance here to perform
No,
on
he had
the
to lift
overtake,
up.
but he had to lift the line for taking it. That took away another frustrating opportunity for him to go for an overtake.
He will have another one. He will have another one.
Oh!
I see someone going wide.
Someone took the chicane there. I think might
It's
have
Marco.
been.
It was Marco.
Yeah, it might have been Marco, but yeah, it was definitely very interesting as you can see now, Marco letting his teammate pass. If I was him, I'd have thought of the Berushi racing car and then left for my teammate, but it is what it is. But
Incredible team driving.
yeah. Team driver indeed, not putting the team into risk as they have a double points finish right now on
Milanov, remember, Milanov, like, he crashed.
he didn't crash, he jump started.
He jump started, but I think he spawned too at the start.
Oh, speaking of spins, there goes Cadillac Crafter into the barrier, and that will be a new front wing. That's
was- I think
500,000.
How he crashed? Maybe he like damaged his suspension.
The way he hit the barrier was definitely very, very.
And while
No.
we were talking and watching Jason, they got really close, and maybe he's going to pull a final overtake.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see.
Going
Goes
towards the
around outside.
He made
And I
him.
think he finally gets it done. Let's see,
Yes!
yes, he finally gets it done.
Finally!
We finally get to get an overtake.
And now
But
he
yes.
just have to pull away.
I think he'll do that just fine from Max Romero.
And now there is no more defense against Nathan and Nathaniel, but 15 seconds we have to get close to him anymore. Until
Yeah, for sure.
then, try to show us some good driving.
Yeah, definitely.
They're really good, and even in the dirt years, they manage to stay really close to each other. That's really,
Yeah,
truly,
for sure.
that's truly showing how good they are with the car. They understand how the car is behaving, and this is why they are getting an advantage on everyone else.
Yeah, definitely.
As Crafter, who crashed, is now into the pit, maybe to face his front wing, and I think
Suspension, I would assume. You don't really pay for front wings, surprisingly. Yeah. I'm not sure how many pit stops the leading drivers have done. As of right now, I haven't really seen them pit.
Brady did one, Phoenix did one, and I think Nathaniel did one. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, because they might have got. If I was Phoenix right now, I would potentially gamble the 2-stop, go on a set of stops, and try to gain get to chase back for the lead. But that's up to
Personally,
him.
I would have done.
Oh, Jason! Something happened with Jason.
Did Jason? Yeah, he's like behind. He was behind the barrier.
And he has retired from the
As
session.
Nathaniel didn't make a pit stop, or maybe he's on his second pit stop, but he's now into the pit. So
Yeah.
but Nathaniel into the pit. So now that means that everyone who is still in race, everyone who is still in race is into the points. It was
Yeah.
before, but now they're gaining more points, even if they are last. So, it's really great for everyone. Everyone is winning, except for the one who DNF'd. But
Yeah, this was definitely very interesting. Max Romer in the pits to make his second pit stop of the with 9 laps to go indeed of this Tunisian Grand Prix around the Tunisia Grand Prix circuit.
so yeah, my strategy if I was racing, it would be to like be on a single stop, try to push the soft tires as much as I can, or the medium tires, depending on which one I start with. Like as much as I can until they are dead to the point of almost dying, and then I will switch for the other compound to like only make one pit stop, because even if you like lose a tenth per lap, if you manage to only do one stop, that will be like 20 seconds of everyone else, so it's a win.
Yeah, I guess you're right with that analogy, but as the leaders cross for lap 18 out of 26, 8 laps to go, it's definitely looking like a very interesting sprint to the end, at least at the front. I think Timo's got P3 locked in, as long as he doesn't do any silly mistakes. Knopf's got P4. Romer needs to chase Knopf to gain the position, and yeah,
Phoenix,
it's very
who's going very wide, he had P1 at some point. He was in pole position. He could have went perfectly well, but I think it's a spin that happened behind him that like killed his focus, and he went wide or didn't put enough throttle or something like that. But fortunately, he is P2, and
Yeah,
he's really
sure.
good.
And he seems to be doing a stellar job. Other than that was Max Romer. Locks up a tiny bit. Maybe that's sun actually. Maybe the track is dusty, and they might be picking up some dust for that section. It might not be lockups, but
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not crunching the track. I'm in the commentary box, but I can see a bit of the track. But where I'm seeing it's kind of clean. So
yeah.
you know, from us drivers going wide, maybe they like put some dirt on the track. So,
Yeah, for sure.
as
and,
we see Robert cooping the chicane with the turns. I think that will be like a warning or a penalty for what he did. Like he straight cut at the corner. Other than that, it's good to have drivers from all around the world.
It's definitely very interesting, as we have 7 laps. We have now 7 laps to go in this Tunisia Grand Prix. As the laps are winding up now, and the drivers are getting more and more comfy with the car, and now they're giving the last dash really to the finish as of right now.
I think if they don't, if those people, if they pit now, they will have fresher tires, and they will push as hard as they can on tires. And those who don't
Speaking
pit,
of fresh tires, Antoine is in for fresh tires.
yes, I can see this. So I think that will leave an opportunity if you have a bad pit stop for KB to come back and maybe snatch P7 out of him.
I finally doubt that. I think Antoine is already out of the pit box.
Yeah,
There
so
he is. As Brady posts.
I think it is. Which one it is?
Ooh, sorry about that. Can I have a look? Yeah, Marco again with a spin. Marco with another spin. As Brady and Phoenix are trading laps here. He's just. I'm sure for Phoenix this must be the most frustrating race of his. As of right now. He's just.
Chasing for P1, never getting close to it. Yeah, but I can
But
understand.
can we just say, Brady's a debutant here tonight, and he's holding off a potential championship and the pressure. So.
So read about. I think that in the driver standings, no, he's not yet. He's not yet into the top 10. So if he win, he will get into the top 10. And
yeah,
that would be a major thing for the team. I think if they win, if he win, there will be like a party without limits.
I mean, I won my debut race in a set of course Formula 1 Season 1 around Monza, qualified near the back of the grid, but I took advantage and up Monza turn 1 and I went on to win the Grand Prix.
See, you're not that bad. You're really good actually.
Well, in the 2007 cars with traction control, which basically makes them laser cars. Cars on rails, sorry.
That's still asking people to know how to drive those cars to actually drive them.
I still think I'm not good enough to race in a set of course Formula 1 right now. Maybe with the next gen cars, we might see myself in a return in the cockpit, but I would drop a teaser and say that I might be racing for the next reg of car. Yeah. Yes, we have 5 laps to go, and Brady seems to have pulled out just a tiny bit of a gap from Phoenix compared to the last few laps, and this is the closest by one circuit, 2 seconds. I mean, all it takes is one mistake from Brady, and Phoenix is right in.
As Marco is into the grass, at least I should say the sand.
The grass, I would agree with the grass too.
Yeah, sorry, I'm really sorry that I didn't sleep well this night, so.
I'm gonna sleep out tonight knowing that the constructors. Phoenix was actually. Some of you will still be top of the standings with breaking point at the top, I still think. Maybe Belushi Racing will overtake us, but we're gonna see after the map is done.
Then. I wanted to ask you something, but I forgot. Fuck.
Ask away, mate. What's the issue?
No, it's just that I forgot.
Yeah, look at that. 134 compared to Phoenix's 130. He's definitely pulled out.
Yeah, he had like a 2.5 gap a few laps ago, and now he's 3 seconds away.
He gained all the time this lap, so I think it might be a game over for Phoenix. So winning this Grand Prix, unfortunately.
I think 4 laps to go.
Yeah.
No way he can get back close.
Yeah, 4 laps to go now. The laps are definitely winding up, and well, honestly, this Grand Prix sadly hasn't been as interesting in my perspective, at least.
Imagine, it's only a big imagine, if he crashed at the last turn on the last lap.
Now, this is a Sebastian Vettel. Brady is a very good driver. I had the opportunity to race him in the 24 Nürburgring with his racing team, and he was rapid. He's actually raced alongside fellow F1 meme YouTuber Gross Jean.
Yeah.
If you know your F1 memes, he's a little bit of an OG on the scene in terms of F1 memes. Yeah, he raced alongside him in the 6-hour of Daytona. I believe it was in the 24-hour Nürburgring. He basically carried the team. I'm pretty sure he was the team, and as a team principal break point race, we've actually asked him on a few occasions if and race under the belt of break point racing, and hopefully that will come away with us. Hopefully, it will come race with us very shortly in an endurance championship that we're planning to do. And as I'm very fond of his talent as a racing driver.
As Phoenix is getting closer, I think. You can see he changed the gap from 3 seconds to 2.8. So definitely getting closer and closer.
Yeah, for sure. As he heads towards the downhill break essentially, let's see how he takes. He takes it very, very well, but not well enough to catch up, I think, to Oldham.
If he wanted to catch him in the few laps, he would like it to be like a second faster. Impossible that he can be a second faster than Brady. I think Phoenix will either he will stay P2 or he get P1 if Brady crash or something, or Phoenix crash and he get P3.
Yeah.
Like if it's a big crash, like he fully lost control of the car and he went to the barrier, it will be a DNF for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we got 2 laps left to go of this Grand Prix left, and I think Brady is gonna walk away with a trophy here. Phoenix runs wide.
This is another thing that we didn't count. If they get penalty, maybe Brady will have more penalties than Phoenix.
I highly doubt it. Brady has been extremely clean this race.
Never know, maybe he had like a big cut that we didn't saw because it wasn't his stream. Because Phoenix lost 7 tenths.
Yeah, I think this is the point of Phoenix. I think Phoenix right now is overdriving the car. Where the mistake.
Tires are dead. Maybe no more fuel. Maybe he's cost lifting.
I don't think he'll be conservative with 2 laps to go.
Yeah, but maybe he like misjudged his fuel during the few laps, and so now he have to lift if he want to finish the race.
I highly doubt Phoenix will make such a mistake. He's a very experienced driver. He's won multiple Grand Prix.
You know, I doubted for some point that Ferrari will make such strategy mistakes, and yet
I don't think it's a mistake. I think he's just fallen off the pace. The last 2 to 3 laps.
Nathaniel is in the pit. Why?
He can pick. He has the gap to his teammate.
Yeah, but what if he like crashed? Not crashed. Like if he failed his pit stop, like he want to get out, but the car spin.
He's got 1 shot to get the first lap point. Yeah. That's the only thing good left for him. Let's actually wait to return to the circuit. Where does team origin? There's Romain and there is Timo, so they're not that far apart.
They're not far, but they're not close enough. As we see behind there is Max. Who is chasing Max if you didn't know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting at the start because everyone was like packed up and nobody like pitted and everything. But when it started pitting, yeah, it really did a big gap between everyone.
Yeah, for sure.
This is now the last lap of the race, so interesting to see.
Yeah, for sure, and this will be very interesting to see how this race will develop for sure.
I think they will push as hard as they can right now, but they don't have to get too cocky because if they try to show off, I think they will burn their wings.
Maybe.
It is Brady, the reserve driver. Didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, we're the final out now. Brady
After
dominated
watching,
this race from lap 1 to the end. Phoenix just couldn't match his raw talent, and Brady's really showing off his driving skills here tonight, aside his dominance over the championship of Suzuki sets up. And
it's
hope we get to see outcome Brady as much as possible as he's coming across the final chicane now. Left and right and left and right as he exits the final corner, and he will enjoy his debut victory at a Tunisian Grand Prix as he finishes second. Fulvio Phoenix will cross the line in second, and Timo will probably cross the line in third.
it is sure. But
Cadillac Crafter claims P6 and Antoine Beck claims P.
P7.
Oh no, go past! They're battling there for the last lap for P4! We've actually got a fight for last lap!
Oh
Max has
no,
lost it!
Max. On the last lap.
And Belushi Racing will lose 2 points due to that spin.
No. He had a really strong race, and out of the sudden, he just spin during the fight.
And Timo gets fastest lap. Timo does get the fastest lap. So that's 1 point for him.
Good job, Timo. Good job. But they both wanted to finish, photo finish. Don't worry, we got you guys. As now the last 2 cars are passing the finish lines,
And that's race over.
it's race over, like you say. So the winner, as of right now, before the penalties, is, as we said,
For you to say it.
Brady. It's Brady. Brady did an incredible performance.
For sure.
He's a reserve driver, and yet he managed to surprise everyone. He finished P1. He led the entire race. He never got overtook. Even Phoenix, even during the pit stop, he never got overtook. He always was in the lead. And
Yeah.
for a reserve driver, this is incredible.
Yeah, for sure.
It's sad that they don't enroll him. Maybe the driver don't want to be in the team as a full driver, but he's really proving how much he's worth, and really good job from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really interesting race. Except for the crash in lap 1, we'll have to see what happened. But I think one of the backmarkers spinned, and they took out one of the front cars while they were spinning. I think it was Sauer who got taken in the crash.
Yeah.
Have to see. So, what do we do?
Yeah.
You're the main broadcaster. You're the main commentator.
I mean, not have much to say. It was a Grand Prix. I mean, we saw some nice battles there. Of course, a debutant victory here tonight. The asserted his dominance over the grid, and yeah, it was definitely a very, very good Grand Prix. I do have to keep that in mind.
Incredible driving from everyone, even when they were last. Like, getting focused during the entire race, going fast during the entire race is truly tiring, and really good job from them.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't mind me, Ben, I have to do something very quick. I'm coming back soon.
Alright, well, in the meantime, hopefully we'll get the drivers for interviews. as we are lucky to get the drivers for the interviews, and they're already here. So I'm gonna
Hello.
interview them. I'm already gonna interview them, and first of all, Ultron Berry, first position here today, mate. On your debut race, asserting your dominance over an established figure in Full View Phoenix. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, it was good. Just got the start and it kind of went from there.
Nice. Well, of course, how was it driving the car for the first time in race conditions? Clearly see YouTube. What was your secret to winning the race here tonight?
Keeping the pace, being a bit consistent. Tire wear got difficult at the end of each stint, but it's just kind of managing it.
Yeah, that's very good of very good time management for sure. But did you feel any moments in the car where you were like, oh, the car might not make it, I might make a mistake, or was it plain sailing from start to finish?
I'm back.
It was coming up to the end. It was a bit difficult with the tires. I got a slip out of the second hairpin, I think it was, and I was kind of thinking, just got to bring it home. Just not make a mistake.
Yep, and of course, winning your first race, not the championship yet, maybe for the future. But winning your first race here tonight, are you looking forward to the next Grand Prix in Spielberg? Do you think you could do the double, or do you think maybe some of the other big dogs will take the spot?
I'll have to see if I race. Hopefully, it'd be nice to do a double, but it's, you know, we all want to do a double. We all want to win the whole race in the season, but someone else, I reckon, is going to win it.
Yep. So who was your driver today, without saying yourself?
I think Phoenix. Phoenix was very consistent as well. No matter what I did, he was always there, whether it was a tenth ahead of me or he was matching me. He was very good as well.
All right. Well, your teammate unfortunately couldn't score as well as he did. How would you comment on his race?
He was doing his best, you know. He went through. He had his issues, but he didn't give up. He just did the laps. I think he got a couple of points, so that's what means it's good for the team.
Do you think Minty Fresh has a new life after your signing, or do you think maybe this was just a breakout race for your team?
I don't know. Well, it's my first race in these cars, and you never know what's going to happen.
All right. Well, thank you, Betty, for the interview. Really appreciate it. I hope you go over to the Spain and some nice your favorite meal, and hopefully you get to enjoy the trophy as well.
Yeah, thanks. There's a beer waiting for me in the fridge. I'll go grab that.
Hey, there we go. The man knows. But yeah, right. Ready. Thank you for the interview very much, my man. Go enjoy your victory.
Thank you.
As we're gonna go over now to third place, fastest lap of that race, Timo Nathaniel. Timo, how was the race for you in the Belushi Racing car team?
I'm so stupid. So I think the two-stop strategy was faster than the one-stop strategy. Yeah. My learning corner from over two weeks is not good. Yeah. The race was hard. I'm so stupid, but yeah. Yes. Congrats Adrian, congrats Julio. Great pace today, but my pace was so bad today. So we have good points for the team in the championship. We have P1 in the team championship now, and yeah.
Well, of course, very solid point scoring, but next round, the Red Bull Ring, we might see some of the other races. How do you feel about that, Garb?
Yeah, but Bullring is very bad track. Last season crash in lap 1, and yeah, that's today I have crashed with Cadillac, so he's braking too earlier, but yeah, I can not change. But this is Red Bull Ring is yeah, it's a good track for racing, so fast track. It's the lowest track on the calendar, but yeah, I think we have a great race in 3 weeks, and now we have 3 weeks braking.
Nice. Timo, who was your driver today without saying yourself?
Oh, my driver of the day today is Fulvio. Fulvio or Adrian. 2 drivers, 2 quick drivers. Yeah, I think Adrian has a good race, a good debut for the championship, and driver of the day.
Yeah, alright. Timo, how would you come in your teammates' race?
He crashed or has a fail, but it is over 30 seconds behind me. But I have no idea what with this. Yeah, he's a good pace, good team fighter, and yeah, we have my own fight in the race versus my teammate. One overtaking point for me, and yeah.
Standard. Well, Timo, I hope you enjoy P3, mate. At least consistent with the podium, and I hope you enjoy your third place trophy, mate.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Alright, see ya, man. Have a nice one.
Bye.
And we are left with one driver. The driver is Fulvio Phoenix. Fulvio, if you can hear us, mate, how was your race? If you can tell us, how was your race, Fulvio? I don't think we can say that on the broadcast, Phoenix.
Yep.
Unfortunately, so can you rephrase that? He says it was a good Grand Prix. Thank you to the translator as well for doing our job. Unfortunately, Phoenix isn't up to the English language, but yeah. Phoenix, P2, how do you feel about your performance? There were issues with the setup, huh? I mean, what were the issues with the setup? Too oversteery, too understeery, too short on the gears, too long on the gears, or... Very understeery. Yeah, we did get some of the drivers complaining about the car, but for a lot of them it was oversteer, not understeer, so it's very interesting perspective. Yeah, you're definitely close to Brady, but anyway, Phoenix, who was your driver today without? Well, he says Theo was his driver today, so he must have really enjoyed the car.
I hope.
Well, are you gonna race at the next Grand Prix at Red Bull Ring? Do you think he will at the Red Bull Ring?
I hope he does. He's a really good driver. Maybe he can get a win.
He says here, alright, right. Well, Phoenix, thank you very much for the interview, man. It's been a pleasure talking to you for the first time. Hopefully, we get to see you win next time around. And enjoy your second place, mate. I really hope you do.
Thanks. See you soon.
Oh, that was a Grand Prix.
Yeah, that was a really good Grand Prix. First
Yep,
time
and,
commenting.
Theo, if you don't mind me doing the outro for the broadcast. Tonight we saw the Tunisia Grand Prix, the debut of the Tunisia Grand Prix. the Tunisia racing got third place. The Tunisia racing team very good, but the home team did an incredible job, and of course they scored a point at their home Grand Prix as the fans go. Well, first of all, I would like to thank Theo for being my for commentating with me tonight. If it wasn't for him, this is possible. So please show him some love in the chat. And it was definitely very interesting Grand Prix. It had its exciting moments, it had its boring, but I would just like to say thank you to everybody who stuck around to listen to my horrible commentary. And I hope you guys enjoy the Grand Prix, and I hope to see you guys next time around in 3 weeks time for the Austrian Grand Prix. This has been Ben, your favorite commentator, and alongside me is my friend Theo.
At least I should say goodbye and see you
Yeah,
soon.
good night everybody, see you soon.
Good night.